And we're live. Happy Friday, folks. Second live stream of the day. People, Deluded. I'm back again. One love if you're on Twitch. Appreciative to you lot on YouTube. I must admit, people, like I know we've got a World Cup to think about in May of 2026, but it's about time they kind of kill this international break calendar. Like 3 games into the Premier League season, why has it stopped already? And then the great thing is we're going to play, we're going to come back next weekend. Then you've got it in October. Then you've got it in November. The great news is after the November one, it's not there until March. After March, it's over until, the domestic seasons in various countries are done. So, yeah, man, again, people, appreciate you lot. It's a bit annoying when your team lose before an international break because you have to sit within those defeated feelings and feel the kind of pressure. But, yeah, I'm still under the weather. I need to get better, people, Carl. If there's one, listen, in my life, there's 3 people I wanted to be like as a little kid. One was Thierry Henry, the other was 50 Cent, and the other was Mr. Palmer. If you don't know what I'm referring to, Vibes Cartel. And I'm finally getting to see him later today. Why forgetting that excited to see next man? But like, big up my uncle, Vibes Cartel. I can't wait, people. I can't wait. Well, he's gonna shell down the O2 as I'm sure he's been doing already, man. So it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit, man. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not expecting a great performance, he's getting on a bit and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just hope it's good in that regards, man. So yeah, if we crack on and see exactly what's going on in the world of Arsenal, let's see exactly what this has to say. Wait, YouTube, what are you saying here? Interesting that. 5 players Arsenal failed to sign this summer. Did we really fail for them? Did we really try and get them? Well, boss, but come on, hey, CeeLo, I'm excited, I'm not going to lie, CeeLo, I'm excited. I'm not even excited for Vibes. I just want it to be shell down. I'm going to have my sunglasses on, Jamaica flag. You get me, all those bad boys on the backyard carrying on, scouting like Berta and whatnot. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's going to be cold. I can't wait, man. I actually can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, time needs to flow. What time am I even getting there? I don't Vibes. I know you're not. If they say you're getting on there at 8, 8. If they say Vibes Cartel is getting on stage at 8 p.m., I know you're not touching until probably like 10. So there's no need to rush over there. I don't even know if there's warm-up acts and things of that ilk. And to be honest with you, who cares, man? It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I will try to enjoy myself. Look at this, Marcel. Jamal, appreciate you. Nice name for obvious reasons. Friday morning waffle session with this mug. Happy Friday, folks. Take a shot. This guy, Marcel, you know what? You're right. The day's shining. Someone like Marcel doesn't need an invitation to drink alcohol. He loves it. And he's probably still drunk off beating Arsenal. He's getting excited about beating cereal bottlers Arsenal. Look at this guy. Oh my God, you only have the highest spend in the league. You should be doing that. But yeah, sour grapes, man. We go again. 2026, we're winning at Anfield. Marcel, I'm going to keep saying that until it finally bangs. A broken clock's right twice a day. To be fair, I've said that a number of years and it ain't banged, man. And it's a bitter pill to swallow because every season I sit there and I say, I really want to win at Anfield, man. I'm tired of it, but I say it, go on. I can't let my day get spoiled. Forget all of that. But 5 players Arsenal failed to sign this summer. Really? I don't know if I believe this, but Arsenal had the highest net spend of any club in world football. Yeah, that's only because we didn't get too much money in terms of outgoings. Now net spend means something. Now net spend means something, man. Man been saying he's going to beat us at Anfield for ages. To be fair, we beat you in the cup. 2026, bookmark this. We're winning at Anfield in the Premier League. We're definitely doing it. And if it don't happen, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. And yeah, I'll keep saying it till I'm dead at this rate. But yeah, man, like, the only thing I would say with Arsenal's summer business, 8 players. Berta, you've done your job. Is what it is. I think the game changers we've got, obviously, Eze, Zubimendi, Gyökeres, the others doing their thing. But I do think we missed a trick with a left wing. I'm a bit of a hypocrite because Eze can play there, Madueke can play there. If we can get a tune out of, I'm not going to say his name, but he plays for us in Brazil, then you never know. But I think it was a big L not to get a left winger. It's one thing talking about Rodrigo. I think every club in Europe would have sniffed around him. He's clearly acting. Pardon me, the same says for Bilbao's Nico Williams. You throw in a Rafael or maybe someone younger than God knows, man. Bob's your uncle in that regards. Arsenal had the highest net spend of any club in world football during the 2025 summer transfer window, with the Gunners hierarchy spending big in an attempt to end a 5-year trophy drought. Despite their huge investment, there were several stars who were tipped to join the Emirates Stadium outfit before their proposed transfers fell through. So is this you just linking us with players? Or is there any credibility? I don't know, but it's we ain't got nothing else to talk about. Might as well look at it, people. Below football transfers runs through 5 players Arsenal failed to sign this summer. Forgive me if there was no bids. How can you fail? But to humour you lot, Nico Williams has been on Arsenal's radar for the best part of 2 years, and the Gunners were eager to bring him to the club this summer after missing out on his signature in 2024. However, the Spain international's wage demands proved too great for Mikel Arteta's side, and they withdrew from contention to sign him before landing Chelsea star Noni Madueke. You hear that, but he signed a new deal at Bilbao. So does that really make sense? Barcelona also failed to sign Williams, with a 23-year-old opting to remain at Athletic Club for at least another season. Where Rodrigo is concerned, after failure to land Williams, Arsenal identified Real Madrid superstar Rodrigo as their dream alternative, as they looked for a versatile winger capable of playing on either flank. The Gunners were expected to rival Liverpool and Manchester City in the race to sign the Brazilian, but they were unwilling to match Real Madrid's 120 million euros valuation, and the deal never materialized. Rodrigo remained at the Santiago Bernabeu throughout the summer, and he's set to fight for a starting place under Xabi Alonso after opting against pushing for a transfer. Press the hype button and smash the like button, people. Jeremy Jacquet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm greedy, but I'll still have him. Do I know where there's space? I don't know. I hope Saliba signs a new deal. It feels like we're stocked in defense. Just put the money down, do the Saliba thing, put the money down, couple years on loan if there's not a pathway. Gabriel Magalhaes is 27, but if he ever thinks about trying anything, the inevitable with Real Madrid one day with Saliba, there's little bits and pieces that we can do. But yeah, he emerged as an Arsenal transfer target in mid-August. Wait, huh? StreamYard, what are you talking about? Anyways, emerged as an Arsenal transfer target in mid-August, with the North London Giants identifying him as a possible long-term heir to William Saliba, who continues to be linked with a move to Real Madrid. The France under-21 international enjoyed an eye-catching 2024-25 campaign, both at Clermont Foot and Stade Rennes, and Arsenal were eager to bring him to the Emirates Stadium to bolster their defensive roster. Once again, was there any bids? However, the Gunners failed to agree a deal and will be forced to compete with fellow suitors Liverpool in 2026. Anthony Gordon, the Athletic always say we're in for him. Unless we bidded for him, which they're never going to let Isaac and Gordon go in one window. That is a myth. Will Wright from Salford. Obviously, Liverpool picked up, but they beat us on and off the field. You know, he gets to stay closer to his home of Salford in Liverpool. I did think we'd sign a couple more young players, if I'm honest with you. Why Arsenal must sack Mikel Arteta if they don't win the Premier League. I wonder what this means. Arsenal have quietly assembled the best squad in the Premier League. Tranquillo. Don't want the hype on us. We're not on nothing. With all the hype that has gone to Liverpool for spending almost 500 million thanks to sporting director Andrea Berta, Arsenal have bolstered their squad spectacularly. Arsenal's strength in depth is now so potent that you could very reasonably argue they simply have to win the Premier League, and that failure to do so should lead to Mikel Arteta being replaced as first-team manager. Should he be sacked if he don't win the league? Let me know, folks. That may seem like a dramatic statement, but consider that Arteta was appointed in December 2019, meaning he's been in charge of Arsenal for nearly a decade. And apart from an FA Cup and Community Shield in early 2020, he has not won a single trophy. Since Emi Martinez and Aubameyang departed the club as part of Arteta's squad revolution, the Basque coach has spent approximately €1 billion on new players. But to what end? 3 consecutive second place finishes to Pep Guardiola's juggernaut Man City side, and then Arsenal's Liverpool close, but no cigar. Arteta had the Gunners locked into title races where his team always fell apart at some crucial stage, and injuries were usually to blame, a claim which was valid against City, as Arsenal did not have the squad depth they had. Once a starter went down, the quality of Arsenal's backups was not high enough, and the team's level dropped enough that things fell apart. Enter Berta. We all know he replaced Edu in March, Is this any credibility? Like, what's going on? I don't even need to bore you lot with this because this is what we all believe. If you don't win the trophy, there's got to be fair question marks, man. And to be honest with you, cool, he's been here for 6, close to 7 years. And I agree with there needs to be question marks. Cool, he's been here for 6 years. Let's be honest. We had to pattern up in terms of rebuilding. You did that. In the last 3 years, 4 if you include the season that started. Now this is where it starts to be valid. Now anything from that first title challenge to now I'm looking at what you spent. Now I'm looking at the fine margins. Now I'm looking at your tactics. The rebuild project phases, all them buzzwords is done now. We're back being competitive. I'm not saying this to blow hot smoke up our ass, but we are one of the best teams in the Prem. It's a difficult day playing us. We are one of the best teams in Europe. Are we up there with PSG, etc.? No. Have we done what Liverpool have done in that win a league title or Pip City? No, we definitely ain't done what City's done, but we're up there. So you could leave with your head held high in that we're dramatically better than when you walked in. You're a good manager. Are you a winning manager? That's where we're at now. And I think a lot of people don't want to take heed with that. You can't say the man's generational. We got the best defense, best individuals, get into quarters and then semi-finals. I know people banter us about being second, but you're close to stuff. And until he gets over the line, everything should be up for debate. That's just me personally, man. But yeah, 6th of January 2026. I want to win at Anfield, though. Obviously, I want to beat them at the Emirates. But I'm used to dealing with Liverpool at the Emirates. I've seen Lacazette and Reece Nelson deal with Alisson. It's Anfield, man. And the saddest thing is, we've played better. We played better and drawn and come close to winning. That was the first, like last Sunday. That is, of all the games in the last couple of years that we've gone to Liverpool, that was the most. Like, Liverpool are there for the take. Like, they obviously took us there, but they look like humans. As dumb as that sounds, man. Article was written by a Liverpool fan. Big up, DG. So glad I'm getting a chance to catch your streams these days. Hope all is well. All's well, my boy. Appreciate you, Nadum, man. One love, my guy. Appreciate the support. Appreciate it, man. Adam, I don't know why your comment's not coming up. There we go. Is it fair to say United don't more against Arsenal? Wait, is it fair to say? I think you mean United done more against Arsenal than Arsenal done against Liverpool. Well, yeah, but both teams, it doesn't matter though, does it? Because they could United against us. United can have the performance. We got the result against Liverpool. Yeah, okay, you could take the dim view of it. It's not even wrong, but you could take. I wouldn't even say it's lazy, but you could take the lazy view, which is right in a sense of both teams stunk up the place. Neither kind of went for it, kind of tactically outdone each other. It looked like Arsenal versus Liverpool, which was the third game in the season. There's a lot of other things, and it took a wonderful goal from Szoboszlai that you can't account for to go in, which is true. It is what it is. But away from us wanting to win at Anfield, probably us feeling a bit bullish that, okay, we saw Liverpool, they do win games, but if we're never going to do it, what now? I think when you watch the game, you're looking at the second half. Onslaught, forget the subs, because obviously he brought on subs that changed the game, Curtis Jones, etc. He tweaked 1-2 things. Arteta dies on his sword. So it's not necessary. Once you get away from the fact that we wanted to beat Liverpool, Arsenal fans are on knife edge, it's kind of a different game, same old question marks with Mikel Arteta in. It is only 3 games into the season, but it's those kind of moments which we're too familiar with type of thing. I keep saying this, I can't account for Szoboszlai's free kick. That's why we all watch football. Obviously not to see them goals against my team. We can't account for it. It was bloody fantastic. It is what it is. But what you can account for is the game was going against us. Like what led to the free kick was starting to get overran. Liverpool are starting to get on top of us. Players are getting tired. That's where you want the gaffer to change things. Now, I guess I would have started Eze. I'm just going to throw it out. I'm not a manager, but I would have started Eze. But all right, cool. Before the game, Odegaard's not really fit. Eze's not really fit. All right, maybe if Arteta was sat there and he's like, okay, I'm going to do my little tactical thing. 70th minute, I'm going to bring those players on. Prior to the game, I don't agree with it, but it's not the worst kind of logic going against it. For Arteta, could you have started Eze? The Merino thing, I think people are disingenuous. I know what they mean by 3 DMs, and we've seen that now against Liverpool. We definitely saw that last season against Bournemouth away and Newcastle, and it didn't bang. But if you're actually watching the game, and it's not to condone Merino starting, one, I kind of got it, even though I wouldn't have done it. 2, he's not playing as a DM. But that's where you want Arteta to change things, because how much, you look at that second half where Onslaught changed things. Obviously, he's changing things to get Liverpool in the game. But I do wonder whether it's Onslaught or anyone else, how much confidence does he have in that second half, knowing that I'm changing things? Arteta's not going to change things. Whether that's keeping players further up the field rather than always like retreating back into shape. Could have went with an Eze in the 10. Could have actually, again, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But could you have started Odegaard? 45, 50, 60 minutes, it don't work, you come off. This is where we need the manager to be a bit unpredictable. And it's kind of the same old fragilities, if I'm honest with you. The only time I've been happy with us in the final third to date, from what we've seen so far, has to have been Bilbao in pre-season. Wouldn't, don't think Newcastle and Singapore was terrible in attacking sense, but didn't really see much. Spurs, the less said, the better. Villarreal, the less said, the better. Even though we got 5 against Leeds, let's be brutally honest. And if we think Gyökeres can always, for 38 games, is going to have to pull out to the left and have that bit of brilliance against Leeds, you're sadly mistaken. How many clear-cut chances were created against Liverpool? And I get it, it's Liverpool. But how many, realistically? Leeds as well, Man United as well. In fact, even that, the Man United game, it weren't amazing. But at least I can say I saw a bit different. We tried to be a bit more direct in certain aspects. So, yeah, man. I do think Arteta has made his bed. He's got a lie in it, man. Like, we're talking and discussing the same things consistently. DG loves South London, just saying. Yeah, we love South London. We therefore do. But you lot are too full of yourselves. If we took the 22 for Trossard, I'm letting that fly. I'm conflicted, man, because from a finance point of view, obviously, there's not going to be too many times to get some decent change for Trossard. But once the window shuts, you kind of got to keep these players, man. God forbid, but I know we've got Eze could do a job there. Madueke could do a job there. I wouldn't put him out there, but Eze, I'm sorry, well, I would actually, but Wanyeri off the left, there's things we can do, but we'd be weaker. If we brought in the left winger, the Rodrigo, the Leaos, whatever have you, Malik Fufana, then I'm all for it, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, I don't know, man. From a finances point of view, 100% bite your arm off, just take the money and keep it moving. But from a squad point of view, I don't know. And I'm at the point now, Arsenal fans, I'll be honest, it doesn't matter where Eze plays. Even if he flipping starts left back, just slap him on the pitch and figure this shit out now, man. There's no need. The guy's got stardust. He's had pre-season. I understand you've got to learn the system. Cool, it's Liverpool and all of that. Against Nottingham Forest and moving forward, I expect, and expectations do lead to disappointments. I expect to see Eze in the lineup. Bro, I'm not being funny, Arsenal fans. We've definitely deeped it. But we've got Eze now, This is a serious maverick. Just put him on the left. You do what you do, what we've seen in the Crystal Palace shirt. When Saka's back, Saka does what he does. Arteta, let the guys play now, man. Apparently, completely off topic, Josh Kroenke has made it clear there are no plans to take a competitive Arsenal game overseas, and he stresses that he wants to keep the club in the heart of the Islington community. You say that now. What do you lot make of this? Do you lot really think Mikel Arteta scapegoated Eze? I did ask Laurie, big him up. Make sure you check out that video that we did. I don't know, people. You have to put the ball in the back of the net. We were much better than last year when we drew the game. Today we have 3 or 4, 5 situations inside the box 1v1. Eze is completely free. Just finish the action. You have to put the ball in the net if you want to win. I agree. Eze should have scored, or make sure you get the pen. But then what I would say is that's a 1 minute, 2 minute, 90-second flashpoint of a 90-minute game. And he said we had 3, 4 situations that we had in the box. I don't doubt that. How many, like off the top of your head, generally, how many can you remember? I wouldn't even say Madueke had clear-cut chances. It's just Madueke looked like the one to make it happen. Him and Kirkes are having a threat. Why ain't my striker had an opportunity? Why hasn't my striker scored? Or I've said Gyökeres should put the ball in the back of the net. Because right now he might as well just sign up for the London Marathon. And I'm so passionate about this because I said that we all knew it. You can have your Maduekes, you can have your Ezes, you can have your Gyökeres, you can have your Ronaldinhos. But if you don't want to play in the final third, there's issues. And I'm sure there's reasons, Arteta. But it feels like we take more risks in our half, like in our defense, or in our defensive third, than we do in the attacking third. Now, I'm just an armchair expert, but it's a bit bewildering, man. It's a bit bewildering. But let me know your thoughts on that. Hey, lot Madueke, I'm sure everyone that was doing the petitions against you thought you was decent. Martinelli, we're at, man. Although he did look good for Brazil, to be fair. Zubimendi, Marino, Martinelli, couple players look good in their national teams. Over this international break. Would you let Trossard go, to go back over what people were saying? Besiktas have made an offer worth 22 million for Leandro Trossard. Arsenal have not responded to the offer yet. The Turkish Super League transfer window does not close until Friday, September the 12th. 22 million euros, what's that? About 19 million. You could probably grab that in January for him. I mean, if Trossard wants to cut, then he can cut. But yeah, man, I'm pissed. I'm missing vibes. You're not seeing vibes. No one care about South London now, blood. You're not there. You're not rolling. You're not rolling. I'm rolling. And I'm sure a couple of you are anyways. You're not rolling, man. Personally, looking at recent performances, I think you mean I would keep. Well, I would can Nelly and keep Trossard. But again, as with many other players in this team, Arteta's system restricts rather than enhances. So is it on Nelly? I think at this point it's 60% Martinelli, 40% Arteta. Because I do think there's a offensive tax. Because like if I'm crying about us creating chances, I'm never going to see my attackers in the best way. And as much as I'm excited about Gyökeres, Eze, actually what Zubamendi could do in that regards, even though Rice has started to score goals and all of them, if Arteta puts down the handbrake or finds a way to get these lot in situations, we're flying. And I don't feel we play to Martinelli's strengths like we used to. But at the same time, I think it's gone past. You ain't got a left back. You ain't got a centre mid. Bro, you're a grown man. You're 25 years of age. Your decision making has not improved. I'm on to Mikel Arteta for putting these guys in situations because I used to think, like, Martinelli stagnated and all of these things, and I'm still a big Martinelli fan. But now, and I must admit, I've said this for a number of months now, I don't think Martinelli's ever improved. You've always been this. But that season you was getting bare goals, which bearing in mind, 6 months into it, we tried to sign Mudryk. We was putting you in situations where you could thrive. Direct, running behind, you ain't got too much time to think. We keep it moving. In life, you have to look at yourself first. And I just think it's poor from Martinelli. Look where it's not to negate anything because you need to be able to defend, but that's the best quality you can say about Martinelli right now. You do track back. That's scary because you should be doing that anyways. I know I'm being very harsh and it's not the same, but just to paint a picture, them PSG wingers, we all saw Carrot Skeeler and Doué and Dembele, they're all busting their ass to defend. But for all of that, we know how great they are in the final third. So I'm at the point now, Arteta used the tools correctly. Martinelli, cool. I wouldn't have started him, but all right, defending that. Bring him off the bench. Like, let's just flip it and say we scored an early goal against Liverpool. We're defending for our lives. Arnslot is saying, you know what, fly everybody forward. Obviously, anyone that's played football, if that was the case and Liverpool are trying to gamble to grab 3 points of us, now you might be able to bring on a Martinelli because his decision-making might be frustrating. But think about it. If they're playing wing-backs and they're flying forward and you bring on fresh legs and someone that's going to run, it's going to keep them honest because you get in a foot race, it could be over. Use the tools appropriately. How is 6 years nearly a decade? Technically it is, but yeah, come on, man. You know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. DG, I've Madueke will win the Prem. Define winning the Prem. Define winning the Prem. Them's one love. Hinkapi underrated signing for sure. I'm here for it, man. Like, we got good depth for that left-sided centre-back role. First things first, Magalhaes is the big dog. He's the big homie, but don't run him into the ground. Calafiori's an option there. Hinkapi's cold. Obviously on that left-hand side. And forget Martinelli. Like, forget Martinelli. I'm past the point. I hope to see it, but I'm past the point of you need a left-back. Because if anything, Calafiori is the one that you probably play the best with. It's a myth. Purely looking at Arteta, you've got Madueke, who might not, his strongest position might not be off the left. Same said for Eze. You've got a fit Calafiori now. You have MLS who announced himself, and you've got Hinkapi. Fix that left-hand side. We should not be lopsided anymore. I'm doing good, man. It's boiling in the United Kingdom, but I'm doing good, my boy. Appreciate you for asking. Doing all right, man. The saddest thing is now we need to beat Forest and City at home to stay in the title fight, a very tall order. DG will hold up the Champions League trophy. I hope so, Pete. You said we're winning the Prem and the champs. Listen, I'm here for it. I hope so. Fingers, toes, and everything crossed, man. DG, how long has Arteta got in his contract? Ain't he got like at least another 18 months or something? No. Odegaard has been playing bystander for a while. No presence on the field. But no, United didn't do more. We led them when they did. The better team plays better when there's a draw on the board. If United equalizes, we would have been all over them. I mean, I must admit, I hear that, but I do think there's a lot of ifs when we're talking about Arsenal, even when people say against Liverpool, if that free kick doesn't go on. And I hear that. All of that makes sense. Unfortunately, we can only deal with reality. If there was no cheaters in Man United, connected to Man United, who knows what our unbeaten record would have done. I think the United game was mad in that. I do think they're overblowing their performance and that. I think we weren't at our best, but I think they're gassing it a bit. I genuinely think the United game, I'm definitely not complaining because we got 3 points. But had we have lost or drawn, is what it is. At the end of the day, and Buemo and mainly Cunha, they never had the shooting boots on. Sometimes you get what you deserve. Other times you're going to win when you don't necessarily deserve all 3 points. You're going to draw when you deserve less or more. And you're going to lose when you deserve to win. Unfortunately, that happens. In our 3 games, that's happened. If life was fair, we'd all have a lot less. If life was fair, we probably have a win, loss, and a draw in these first 3 games. Potentially. You just have to deal with what is. Football's a 90-minute game, and I do think we're in that. I don't know about any other Arsenal fan, but we're in that kind of stuff too much now. If Partey was fit in the first leg against PSG, if we had a striker, if there's too much ifs, and it's not that these are not fair talking points, but reality. Pundits and fans are acting like we got bought by Liverpool, and he didn't have a shot on target to the 7th minute and only had 4 shots on target. The game was a draw until the free kick. They're going to be intellectually dishonest because at the end of the day, both teams set up negative. We're more known for being a defensive side. We didn't get the 3 points. So now they're going to spin the narrative. For me, there were elements we could have been brave. I'm not really more going into the game. It's more the personnel. If I'm pissed off with anything about Arteta, it is because of the game management where you've seen Slot change things and I've seen Arteta change things. Obviously isolated to Liverpool, but it's like those situations, those moments, that feeling, it's all too familiar for me as an Arsenal fan, if I'm brutally honest with you. Again, you can see our injury list. It's massive, innit? Trossard, Martin, Odegaard, Ben White, Saliba, Norgard, Saka, Kai Havertz. Not to be disrespectful to Gabriel Jesus because we knew that already, but him, shout out Mascara for his performance against Liverpool for what it's worth. We all know about the Champions League. What some of that was. Apparently, Josh Kroenke has held a meeting with Mikel Arteta discussing what he expects this season. He has given Arteta everything he has asked for and expects to have a successful season. Trophies must be won. Do we really believe that? Because surely when the season's finished last year, or whenever these lot have gone off to speak with, you know, like Arteta, Burton now, Josh Kroenke, I guess Tim Lewis, all these guys, surely this conversation would have been had already. You're not going to, I mean, it could have, but this has come out on the 2nd of September. The season's there. Like, what is going to be, why would you have that now? Gunner Blogger said negotiations for new contracts with Saka and Saliba continue. There are 2 major outstanding issues Berta inherited and will surely be focused in the coming weeks. Arsenal remain confident those talks will reach a successful conclusion. I don't want to ask Sheila. I did ask Laurie this. If you could give Mikel Arteta one piece of advice, what would it be? I mean, we've seen this already. We actually looked at that yesterday. Shout out Hinkapi for joining us. What is this? Gone over that already. Ooh. KSC have loaned nearly 330 million to Arsenal, and they are one of the clubs Man City highlighted when launching a legal challenge against the Premier League in relation to associated party transactions. Ooh. Who would you lot give Player of the Month for August? Surely got to be Calafiori. I think most underrated, Magalhaes. Ooh, Tim. Oh, I just Calafiori. It's a tie. It's a tie between you and Tim. Ooh. And they say us. I just want to highlight that both of these guys are fullbacks. You lot always chat shit about fullbacks. Calafiori and Timber have probably been our 2 best performers. I give it Calafiori, but Timber. Where I give it Calafiori, you stood up to against Salah. You stood up to at United. Done your thing against Leeds. Oh. It's a tie. And then I'd say Magalhaes, Zubamendi. I think there's many gears to go up there. We've been linked with Murillo of Nottingham Forest. I don't think anyone believes that. I did cover this yesterday, but apparently we're interested in a January move for Malik Fofana. Apparently Inter are also willing, but they're only willing to pay 20 to 25 million euros. So maybe if we get a move on, we could get something there. Pardon me. Now, big up Onslaught. But this is why I need Arteta to be unpredictable. And obviously, based off last season, we all wanted to see different things. That's actually why I would wanted to see Eze. Well, I was happy beyond the obvious of Eze and Gyökeres. Because if I want the manager to do different, obviously the players have to adapt to the system and all those things. But these are different. These are not necessarily Mikel Arteta players on paper, more so Gyökeres. So I thought there'd be a change. Unpopular opinion, I think Gyökeres is adapted. Yes, he's not setting the world alight. He's not fully fit. I think he's adapted. I've seen him drop deep. I think he's shown link-up play. I think he's adapted to the system. I think it needs to go the other way. I don't think we've adapted, or specifically Arteta's adapted to him. Where's the clear-cut chances for the striker? Because some of you were saying, right, if we just get a striker, we're lit. It's that. I thought it was naive then. I think it's naive now. The manager has the ingredients. It's down to him to boil the water and cook now, man. There are a lot of similarities between both teams. I don't think the playing style of Arsenal has changed a lot with the new signings coming in, which is still take a bit of time, but we need that to be the case. Maybe they have a different number 9 than they had last season, although Jesus was also a real 9, but he didn't play much. The one they have now is different to Havertz. For example, Trossard, who played there last season in our home game, that is more of a false 9, true. Whereas Gyökeres is more of a target man. So that is maybe a small difference where we have to know when he makes more runs in behind. I mean, as you saw with Gyökeres, you can run in behind. You're not going to do that too many times. And when it's on, Martinelli's a. And even that, Martinelli, it's one thing not. I love Martinelli, but it's one thing not playing Gyökeres in. Yeah, it's another thing not feeding Gyökeres so that either he scores or not working Allison or scoring or getting a corner. Whatever the fuck he was doing, it didn't like. Martinelli is childish now, man. It's childish, bro. It's silly now. Come on. I think we at this point we should have tried to flog him to Man United because they play a back three. He'd be a good wing back. Love Martinelli, but come on, man. It's not on no more. That one that they had. Oh, sorry, we've seen this already. So where were we? That's more of a target man. So that is maybe a small difference where we have to know when he makes more runs in behind than those 9s did. But in general, I see a lot of similarities between last season and this season with the style of play they have, and it's the same with us. So it's still building blocks. Timber said he laughed. Him and Gakpo laughed after he got cramp and Gakpo was trying to hurry him up off the pitch. What's this? Arsenal and Chelsea missed out on Juventus wonder kid in the summer transfer window. Did we bid for Kylian Yildiz? He's going to be expensive, man. Apparently, both teams were interested in signing him, but were unable to extract him from the Turin. Juventus are said to believe that the 20-year-old is indispensable and did not. I don't know how you say that, but I'm just going to say they didn't entertain the prospect of selling him. I would not mind Kylian Yildiz at all. Turkish international. Unfortunately for him, speaking of Turkish internationals, what happened to Emre Mor? Unfortunately for him, he's not unlucky, but Arda Güler's the golden boy in it. So I don't really think he gets flowers. Wouldn't be the right word, but he doesn't really get his flowers. Brazil media give their verdict on Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli 36 touch performance. What'd they say? He finished poorly for Brazil. He was given 71 minutes against Chile, but failed to provide a goal or an assist, despite having some good opportunities. The Arsenal forward received a 6.0 score for his performance as his end product was brought into question. His usual impetus and versatility, but he still lacks decision-making and finishing. He received 2 passes from Bruno Gomes in the second half and finished poorly. Martinelli was only on target with one of his 2 shots throughout the game. He made 36 touches, 7 of which were in the opponent's box as he tried to influence the game positively. Estavio scored for Brazil. Crazy. And there was interest from Saudi. Obviously, he ain't gone nowhere, so it's a myth. Trossard is still linked with teams in Turkey. Apparently, lots of clubs asked about Trossard over the summer. For one reason or another, he didn't go anywhere. Graham Bailey said, yeah, again, it was a smart deal by Arsenal to persuade him to stay. Is it smart? You gave my man more money and the length of the contract stays the same. It's a win-win for him. They gave him the wage bump, but I think he's the one who will be assessed in January. Do Arsenal need another winger by then? Jesus will be back by then. So it's one where they rewarded him almost for not going. They wouldn't just say, you're staying and that's it. Okay, you've earned a wage rise, so we're going to give it to you. Then we'll assess the situation going forward. Does he stay until January or until the summer? So I think that's what's coming to pass with Trossard, making sure they're not short in squad numbers, but rewarding him in the same process. There were lots of clubs asking about Trossard in the last week, especially. Had we have been able to get a winger, who knows? Spanish media hails Martin Zubimendi. See, Zubimendinho, man. Just tranquillo, man. He's changing our lives. Should have come off against Liverpool, though. You did your thing in the first half. You're not just your number player, you were dying in that second half. That's where I need my gaffer. Done well against Bulgaria, as obviously did Mikel Merino. We're still linked with Luis Bendetti, who plays for Palmeiras, a defender. We're expected to make an official move to sign the defender, and there's interest from Barcelona, as well as actually Chelsea, depending on the reports. They say he's going to cost about 10 odd million quid, so we have to see. Make sure you vote for Calafiori for August Player of the Month, people. Merino and Zubimendinho side, double M. He's still got the best celebration, but not going to lie, Mikel Arteta, are you utilizing these players in the best way? I don't know. Have you seen the new Football Manager 26? I have, it looks good. Martinelli, who's surprised. Yildiz is wavy. I just came here because I heard Martinelli slander spider senses with tingling. Is that SLD or is that halftime hooks talking about doing bookmarks or something? Like, big up hooks, but brothers are weird dudes sometimes, man. Gabriel's cold. Odegaard should be experimenting in the number 8. He's a similar archetype to Frankie de Jong. Arteta has to try things. I'm not saying he's the same caliber of player. If nothing changes, man. Arteta out, Areola or Glasner in. Cala pocketed Salah, one against United and gave 2 assists. DG still haven't forgiven you for Hincapi. Nasty work. It's cool, man. You still on about that? It's cool, man. Calafiori's getting player of the month. This feels like the end of the season. Not 3 games in, man. Just overreacting. Our fans are weird. Arsenal fans are weird. All football fans are, but really? Rationale with Arsenal fans? You don't know better. You know better. You know if we win, if we beat Liverpool, we're gonna win the Prem, the Champs, the League Cup, Arteta's generation. Ooh. And if we lost, which happened, it's terrible. Until it starts again. Protect your mental health, people. Yes, it's the negatives are the same issues are there. Didn't win at Anfield. Every game counts. Could have been a potential 6-pointer. You can't win a league title in August, but you might look back at moments like that where you lost it. Obviously, in-game management. And I do think people are doing that. Certain people are doing that. It's only 3 games, like to kind of bury their head in the sand. But it is only 3 games in. We've got 30 odd, not to say we're winning it. Are we going to sit here and feel sorry for ourselves and act like pussy-olds, or are we going to get back on it? Because anybody that is a fan, that whether you think we can win the league or not, if you're not willing to go to war, if you're a fan, if you're a player, if you're part of the coaching staff, pardon my language, you need to fuck off. You need to. Because if you don't believe, listen, if we fall flat again, then there needs to be question marks. But right now in September, I keep saying August, we need to, not even that we don't, it's not even that we need to believe we're winning anything. That's the goal. Fucking fight for it. If you're not on that, you need to just go home. It's as simple as that. There's no shame in failure. What there is seeing fear and not running towards it. Timber wasn't good at Anfield, in my opinion. Cap. Timber was, in my opinion. Saliba and Saka both want to stay. I hope so, man. I hope so. Do you think he will get the boot? Who? We'll buy Hincapi next season. It's a bit like how we got David Raya in it. Like, it's just IOU. Just wait for us to get paid and we're gonna reimburse you. One thing I want to say is, when did everyone become coaches and managers? Everyone seems to have the answers. Everyone seems to have the answers. You gotta have the questions, but again, everybody's allowed an opinion. And I don't think Mikel Arteta deserves to be a dictator and no one can have a thought. If we can see this, we're all seeing the same things. I do think when we win, everybody wants to gas it. When we lose, everybody wants to say, oh, well, Arteta's the manager. He is the manager. So if we've got these questions, what are you doing to change it? Because for me, in these 3 games, there's nothing I have a question. Like, these questions have been there. And I'm not expecting it to change. But for me, I keep seeing you in the same scenarios. You're doing the same shit. Hey, don't ever discard her. Don't discard her. Hey, calm down. You're hating. See, it's cool if you're not going to Vibes Cartel today. You know, hey, we're going. Yeah, you're not rolling. Stop hating. And to be fair, Mavado shit life, man. Bacola be good. Martinelli's a road runner, no IQ, lacks 1v1, dribbling, finishing, passing. I swear he's just a left back. Damn, bring Bacola. Martinelli was outshined by Brazilian youngsters yesterday. Tross is one of favorite team players. Don't want him to go. We're going to need him. I'm not going to lie. Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, there's roles for you until the end of the season. If you want to cut. Big up the Aussies. No clue why people keep promoting me in Australia, but big up you lot, man. Scapegoat is a big word. More like he spoke out his frustrations that Eze didn't shoot. Seemed decision-making at first. Maybe after he watches it back, he sees he stumbles. To be fair, Eze should have scored. But for me, cool. Eze, people make mistakes, innit? Gaffer, you made mistakes against Liverpool. Eze will call that a mistake. That's cool, though. But what's that? A 90-second flashpoint of a 90-minute game. So where's the others? Because I can remember Eze. I wouldn't even say Madueke chances. Take nothing away from Noni. But, like, other than that, it's him versus Kirkes. What's going on? It's a numbers game. You create more chances. You put players in more goal-scoring opportunities. You're more likely to bag. And what I would say is, naturally, there is a degree of what Arteta has said, it might not be wrong, but we know when anything connected to Arsenal, certain men speak, it's taken out of context and people move mad. And I would say for David Raya, who said nothing wrong, for Mikel Arteta and anybody that's asked anything that's connected to our football club, just bear that in mind. Because look how dirty Sky Sports did Raya. You asked him about the ball. You cut out where you've asked him the question and now he's just talking about the ball. You've cut out the point. You've put on socials the shorter clip. But when you actually watched it, or if you watched it in real time, he said, I don't really care about the ball. Everyone's got to deal with it. It is what it is type of thing. And even when you watch that goal again, yeah, someone put on social media like Alisson's point, like POV, like someone was recording Alisson, and you can even see Alisson. I can't remember the Liverpool players. I think it's I don't know. Don't quote me on McAllister and Gravenberch, but I think it's them. He's telling them to be in certain places. So it's quite interesting. But that's what they're going to do, man. It's a pylon thing. End of the day, Liverpool got the result. The performance was even. Liverpool got the result. And to a degree, I do think that's where we are. We can't always, when we win, just excited. We have to review the performances. But if we want to win the league, it is just about performance. It's about results, sorry. Because if you have, obviously it's not 38 games, but if you have 30 odd games in the same vein against Liverpool, where on paper you've competed, everything's even, but you necessarily haven't got the results, you're not winning no leagues. You're not getting through into the next stages. How many times have you seen, it's very different, but how many times in the Champions League have Real Madrid been the best team across two legs? They haven't too many times. But you know, when Carlo does this and a couple of things used to happen, they're gone. We need to be on the right side of fine margins. Martinelli only shines with a real left back like Tini. But that's not going to happen. We have to give up. We have to give up on that, bro. Listen, I love Martinelli. I'm tired of that now. There's it's not left back and centre mid. You need to pattern up. Arteta, maybe you can put him in situations you can thrive. Me personally, drop him. Eze. Do I want Eze in the 10 or an 8? Cool, but I don't think Rice or Zubimendi is going to drop out. So I think the midfield is staying. Slap my man as a left wing. As simple as that. It can't be any worse. Just make it work. Not Martinelli, it's a bench settings now. Trossard the same. I don't want to be like last season where we just play whichever one until the other one pisses us off and we throw them out. Come on, man. There was no angle for Eze. His only option was through the legs, which he tried. Best 11 if everyone's fit, DG. If everyone's fit. It depends, you know, because I've got what I think is the best 11, and then I'm a bit like Pep up. I'm an overthinker. I've got an 11 that if everyone's fit and we was in a Champions League final or something and you got a gun to my head, you're going to kill and blow my brains out if we don't win. I might shock you with what I would do. I do that in Football Manager all the time. Like I'm the sort of manager in Football Manager. All Champions League, I might play 4 at the back. That's got me to the final. We get to the final, I'm playing the back 3 now. It's mad. But if everybody's fit for me, couple man pick themselves. Obviously, Raya, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. For me, Timber. Left back, I'm cool with it. If it's Miles Lewis-Skelly, if it's Calafiori, I'm cool. I can't really include Hincapie yet because he ain't kicked the ball for us. But I'm gonna go with Miles Lewis-Skelly. I fuck with you both, man. You know what? Miles Lewis-Skelly and Calafiori, you lot got to flip a coin. I'm cool with either one of you in that team. Miles Lewis-Skelly, Bayesian bias. Miles Lewis-Skelly, Rice, Subamendi, Martin Wondergaard, Bakayo, Eze, and Mr. Glock 9, innit? But if you put a gun to my head and we've got to get the job done, a part of me, listen, don't shoot me. Might see Timber left back. I'm not going to expand it. Might see Timber left back. Might see Kai Havertz. I have crazy thoughts. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I respect your views on your club. You're a realist. Appreciate you, man. Aaron, I'm on you, man. Can't be gassing up Gully over here. Do you know how happy I am? I don't think you lot understand that. I'm actually seeing vibes today, you know. Yes, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anywho, big up Aaron, man. Do you think the expectation in Jan, regardless what happens, we'll be able to buy 1-2 players? I'll be amazed if we sign someone in Jan. I don't want to sound cliche, but difficult to do business. We have spent a lot. Who do you get? Obviously, you never know because it is a World Cup year. If certain, like, I'm exaggerating and it's not exactly the same, but Rodrigo was linked with a lot of clubs, right? Clearly staying at Real Madrid for whatever reason. Pardon me. And he didn't get called up for the Brazil squad for whatever reason. I still reckon he goes to the World Cup regardless. But let's just imagine, boom, we get to January now. He's not playing. Carlo might have had a word like, bro, you don't expect to be rolling to the World Cup if you're not playing. Maybe there's a loan to be said there. I don't know. I don't think you can get them stars. Like, maybe you could get a lesser known entity. I still think it's contingent on Martinelli or Trossard leaving. Obviously, market opportunities. Because I do think there was still an element of selling and getting some money in like last summer, this summer, but we didn't, and we changed the script a bit. I can't see an addition. You never know if there's a loan or if there's a lower kind of profile player. I don't know. Like, I don't think so. Car, if we never signed someone last January, very different. But this January, if we never signed no one this January when it was dark, like we needed to, strike was one thing, left winger could have been another. You're not gonna do it now. God forbid. I don't want anyone to get injured, but unless there's bare injury, it's not gonna happen, is it? It's not gonna happen. It's just a myth. All right, big up 2-3 for being a member for 56 months. That's our port. Who's the first player you're gonna sign in the new FM for Arsenal? Put me in the fucking spot, mate. Listen, I'm always trying to sign players that will make our football club better. You know, it's a question, you know, right now is not the time to discuss transfers. What I will do is sit down with my analytical department, see what players can add, what qualities are we missing, what players have unique qualities. But we're always trying to improve the squad, always trying to improve players. You know, speaking as Arsenal manager and football manager, I'm always trying to find players that are the difference makers. I can't discuss names because, you know me, I don't speak about players that are not the club. But, you know, the first thing we look for is mentality. Then we look for technical brilliance, and we want the best players in the world. So I guess now's not the right time, but we do have some of the best scouts in the game. We do have some of the best recruiters. So we'll always try to find players. That's the PR. Make sure you're following on Twitch because FM streams soon back. But actual playoff, you put me on the spot. Depending on the budget, Adam Wharton or Rodrigo. Big up Riley, man. The free pass from Super Zubi for the first goal was top tier. I got time for Zubimendi, man. I think he's good. I'd love Arda Güler at Arsenal. Ozil, chat to your boy. I would take Pedri. Would Pedri take us? I can get more goals than Martinelli at Arsenal. Tranquillo. All now, I haven't seen Gyökeres get 3 consecutive good passes towards the goal. Ridiculous. Trust. Darkness. I had to give... Do you know what? Yeah, when I say that stuff, I actually start thinking of the manager, you know, like for that, I actually felt the gaffer. Like, actually felt like I was at the press conference. You got him, man. DG fixes Brentford FC. Listen, I need to find players with unique qualities. I know you lot all want me to sign players. I can't find anyone. Would you like Sancho as left wing? Because he's man them, yeah, but it don't make sense signing Sancho. We're not gonna get out the hood with Jadon Sancho. In London, he's just gonna link babes, he's getting peas. I hear it. Forget it, man. The hunger's gone, man. Tranquillo. You have to give the FM Watson, man. I'm using the team for the first 2 years, only buying young players. I can't lie, I'm not on that. I'm buying players that get us over the line. Calla Skelly at this point. Calafiori ain't put a foot wrong, and this is how you should be moving. Because now it's your spot to lose. The only way Lewis Skelly's going to get opportunities if you need to be rotated. Like, you've done very well. Calafiori. Soon 1 year in Dalman be in our first 11. Can't wait. Timber defends the best left or right, then pick the other fullback. I play Havertz and Gyökeres together. But to be fair, would have done a lot better against Liverpool. Hincapie's cold, bro. I've got time for Hincapie. But I can't be saying you're in Arsenal's best 11 or in my Arsenal best 11 if you never kicked the ball for me yet. Big Martinelli fan, but he has to step up now and get benched his ways. Bro, I'm a big Martinelli fan, but I'm not blind. It's dark, man. I don't think... I can't see light at the end of the tunnel. You need to go somewhere else because you're not even going to... Like, everyone needs to forget about Martinelli playing up front. It's not happening. It might happen in a game, but think about last season with all the issues up front and all the football we saw. Ironically, Liverpool at Anfield. Think about all the football before we saw Martinelli play up front. And even that, did Trossard not start the game up there? And if we fast forward this year, come on, man, you don't know this. If everyone's fit, we hope to God it's Gyökeres. But then there's Kai Havertz. Then there's Marino. Again, if everyone's fit, Jesus is an option. I wouldn't play Eze there, but Eze has played as a false 9. Is that another option? Mikel Arteta has previously said Wanyeri could be a striker. I'm pushing a bit of an agenda at the moment. Marino is there. Martinelli's the last of the last. Like, it's not gonna bang. Love Martinelli, but like it's a bench thing. I believe in Martinelli if it's a bench thing. Of course, players shine away. Mikel's not coaching them, not a player issue, coaching issue, coaching issue. I hear that, but Martinelli is it probably is a coaching issue. It's more on you, Nelly, man. I know you're trying, you got good attitude, but come on, bro. I can't just sit here and say that. I've got time for it's more of a coaching issue of how do you get like Gyökeres, for example. Let's say getting more out of Saka. What Martin Wondergaard, Martinelli. The best and worst thing about you is I don't know what Martinelli is going to turn up. And I don't mind having someone with the capacity to do that in the squad. But if I'm looking at you as a starter, which you are, the only thing that saves you, Martinelli, is somehow you know this system and you've got it upstairs. You ain't quite got it upstairs to look up, but you've got it up there to understand what Arteta wants from you tactically. Darkness. Yeah, the FM26 trailer looks cool. I can't lie, man. This new football manager's got to be the sickest game I've ever played. It's got to be better than sex. It has to. Because you shagged us last year. It has to be amazing. If Noni hit Jim and bolted up with that speed, he'd be a weapon. I don't think he was trying to buy a pen. He was trying to slip the ball through. Listen, whisper it. But if, listen, Eze should have scored. But you see, if Eze was looking for a pen, we need that. Because I don't want to, could be the Black Perez. Sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. I love Perez. Technically sweet. Probably, I think Perez is quite underrated, where not in Arsenal quarters, but where you speak about football. You know what time it is. He knew when to take a tumble. Henry knew when to take a tumble. Salah therefore knows when to take a tumble. You have to know when to go down in this road. Trust me, Eze, I see what you're on. It can help us. It could therefore help us. He didn't bang on that occasion, but it can bang. You got to listen. Ronaldo knew when to do it. Talking about Tierney in 2025 is crazy. Man, barely featured for 3 seasons. Yeah, man, well, I can't forget Tierney, but come on now. Martinelli, it's not an accessories thing for you. Because this is what people say, oh, he plays better with Calafiori. Calafiori shining. Well, go on for Donny then. And I feel sorry for Nelly because I do think there is valid criticisms, but I do think it's starting to feel a bit, not the same, but a bit Granit Xhaka-esque, a bit Bellerin-esque in that you're just going to get blamed for everything now. That your name is just being said. First signing is down when he's still YTS. How about doing something crazy and play Diamond in the 10? Tranquillo. DG, do you think Zubi would be better at 8 than 6? Well, I mean, if you're going to, if you're going to put him in that Rice role and Rice in Zubi's role, then fair play. But I think too much is said about this 8 and 6, bro. Like, just multifunctional midfielders. Zubimendi, if Rice is higher than you, you drop and vice versa. I actually would love to see them swap at times. Because Zubi actually looks decent on the left. I would like a lot of... Gaffer, the tools are there, man. The tools are there, man. We just need a bit more. The tools are there, bro. We just need a bit more. It's as simple as that. I think you can get something out of it, but it's down to you, Gaffer. Marino's the uncle of the team. He brings a lot to our team, and I don't think he gets the respect he deserves after what he did last season. Arteta put people in positions where they can thrive, man. Both in terms of where they're at on the pitch, and if you're a squad player, you need to be a squad player. Stop taking squad players and making them regulars. Concentration, people, hit the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Come on. Arteta thinks everyone can be a striker. I don't trust his striker identification. Just need to go back to basics. Arsenal on FM26, not even fair. Graphic upgrade looks great. But Glasner is a real bad man, can't even lie. He'll get a top job, respectfully, to Palace. We need better tactics from Arteta as well. He's not getting the best out of this team right now. He has to do better. Arteta tells him to get to the line, cross, or get a corner. If that's not tactics, then I don't know. I hear that, but I don't believe it. But then, how does that... Martinelli, bro, your head is down. You're predictable. There's a 15-year-old, but I'm not even going to do the Max Dalman thing. Let's say 18 and save a bit of face for 1 year with him, with 1 year and Miles Lewis-Skelly. How that man move more mature than you? We will be doing FM26 streams, my boy. That is a dribbling on the back of Liverpool's line with some bro. We've been starved. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. When Eze dropped his shoulder, I was like, where they do that at? Wingers take people on? Like skills and that? Mad. I'm gonna have an agenda against Nelly. I just think he needs to come out of the team, man. You lose Zubi's defensive positioning if you put him in the 8. Yeah, but the team's good structurally anyways. He knows when you got to drop. If he's going to be in the 8, that means Rice in a 16. So, yeah, we could do what we need to do. I feel like Arteta is micromanaging every instruction in our attack. Same. And unfortunately, there needs to be an element that he needs to do his thing. Thoughts on reports that Berta preferred another deal for a 6 other than Zubi he got here when the deal was done. Well, I'm happy with Zubimendi. So, Berta, you're my guy, but you're going to have to hold that one. Who would he have got? Would he have got Bruno Gomes? I'm dreaming. That is the only one I would have said. And I know he's not exactly a 6. That's the only one. Bruno Gomes should be an Arsenal footballer. He shouldn't even know what a Newcastle is. That is the kind of man I want in our team. That's good because you can do the 8 thing, the 6 thing. There's none of that. You can do both. Can do both. I don't want to hear, trust me, Aaron. I don't want to hear nothing about Eze can't play on the left. Come on, man. Just play him. Arteta just pattern the tactics. Just play him. That might not be the long-term answer, but for now, we're going to have to do that. And this is why I would have loved the Rodrigo. But the La Liga man preferred another 6 brace. It's true, but we don't know why he might have preferred someone. Is it because he could have got a cheaper one? Is he not convinced with him? I don't know. Lamine Cameron Zubimendi, he's Caicedo on the Monaco lad, he's cold. DG, what's Berta's big plans? We went over it, man. You have to scroll back. Man said 2-bit. Bro, why does Arteta demand our midfield to drop so deep for build-up play? Watching Spain yesterday got me questioning Arteta's tactics. I don't know, man. I just want Arteta to put the handbrake down. I can't speak for no one else. Keep making us threats from set pieces. Keep fucking doing them long throws. Keep doing your mid and low blocks. But that shouldn't be what I'm relying on. These should just be added facets. DG, remember the move, Danny the dog. Arteta needs to get the collars off the place. Even Mascara was way too deep. Big up Mascara. He stood tall. Not easy coming off the bench at Anfield. Not easy at all. It sometimes takes time to go get the right tactics. Look at PSG. They changed tactics mid-season and won. I hear that, but I'm sorry. The vast majority of this team's been together. And if I'm really harsh, Declan Rice's first season, we didn't really find the pattern for the midfield. Obviously, Partey, at the time, Partey, Odegaard, Rice, is focusing on Partey and Rice. It worked. It done its thing. But there was a large point where Rice and Jorginho was the thing. Defense, can't ask anything more. I'll tell you, you're doing what you need to do, you know. Like, the only thing I'd say, defense, just keep spoiling me. Midfield, defense, 10 out of 10. Midfield, for me, it's like a 6 or a 7. Attack is a 4. And I give it a 4 because we still score goals. It's just bait. I now need to see what we can do. Like, because no matter how I love the fact that we think about other people, other teams and whatnot, but it's still about what we could do. I don't see our identity in the attacking sense. We should be playing a lot better in it. Because there's teams that got less players than us, less money than us, and they're sourcing. These are not bad players. The worst, who do you lot say is the worst attacker in Arsenal's team? I bet you a couple of these players go somewhere else where they're a bit more attack-centric. You look at even fucking Martinelli, you look at them differently. Does he trust his defense? I don't know, but even that, like, I don't want to see my defenders exposed, but sometimes you have to take a risk. You might have to leave a Saliba exposed in a wide area because you want Timber going further forward, or you want to keep bodies up. But where you lose a bit of defensive solidity, you might score goals. Did they not say attack is the best form of defense? It feels like we're on every other facet of defending, apart from that. Like, sometimes attacking, having a midfielder that can just hold on to the ball, couple 5-yard passes, spray it over the top. That's a form of defending. Jesus is the worst. Sell Martinelli and Jan Lesser. That Madueke is the worst, or Martinelli. Who would I feel is our worst attacker? Nelly or Kai. Kai because of how he plays, but I can't, like, Kai pulls his weight. Nelly because I rate you a lot, man. You miss Jorginho. Nah, don't do that. We got Zubimendi. Don't do okay. Manners. Yeah, so that right now Nelly's the worst. And the thing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I might not rate Nelly, but if Nelly was at Liverpool, you're looking at him different, or Brighton, you're looking at him different. I'm not even saying you're looking at him world class. You're getting more of a tune. If Gyökeres rocked up somewhere else, you're looking at him different. If Isaac signed for us negatively, I promise you're looking at him different. Hugo Ekitike would have probably looked a bit better than Gyökeres because he can make his own goals, but you're looking at him different than he is right now. Why Isaac ain't kicked a ball, so forget him for a sec, yeah. Why is Hugo Ekitike been able to just slot in over there? And I'm so passionate about this because I said it. I was with you, look, we was doing all of this excitement, Gyökeres, Eze, all this, that, and the other. But we knew it's not just a case of slap those players up on the pitch and we're lit now. Defense, I believe, it's a case of big up Mascara, but you can slap anyone there, any decent defender. We've got good defensive ethos. The manager's patterned with what he's doing defensively. We know how to defend, not just the defense, but the whole team. We sit in shape. We do all of that. Take nothing away from Mascara, but that probably made him a bit more comfy there. We're doing nonsense, man. We're doing nonsense. Yeah, Hugo Ekitike can make his own chances. That's why I would have banged. But again, how many Gyökeres did against Leeds? Obviously, technically, Hugo is one of them. My bias is towards the skill set of Hugo, more so Isaac. Isaac would have been perfect for us. But you're not going to see Isaac bang at Arsenal the way we're moving. As good as Isaac is, Newcastle used to put things on the plate. Liverpool put things on the plate. We can't expect Gyökeres, especially if he's more limited than some of those names, to do what he did against Leeds. I love that goal against Leeds. But do you know I'd love more? Scoring simple goals. Gyökeres won't do that against any top team, I'm afraid. We don't get the space. But then it's not even just a Gyökeres thing. Because that means Saka ain't going to do nothing then. Eze ain't doing nothing. Odegaard ain't doing nothing. Because anything that applies to Gyökeres has applied to everyone at this team. And this is where we need the tactics thing, man. 3 games in, I don't want to panic, but it's just, for me, against Liverpool, I just wanted to see the gaffer do something off script because I genuinely think if you're on slot and you're sat there, you're like, okay, Arsenal probably been better than us in the first half. Curtis Jones, make sure you stay warm. Szoboszlai, we're going to gamble, you know. Go further up the field. Konate, just be aware. I know, boys. Because this is what he probably said. I know, boys. I back you lot. If they score, they score. But he backed themselves. And how much did he sit there thinking, well, we know Arsenal are just going to retreat into their space. But imagine Arteta said, you know what? Forget the 2 banks of 4. Gyökeres just stand there. Because we retreat, it's inviting, less so Konate. I don't really rate him on the ball like that. He's standard. But Van Dijk, it's inviting them to play. But if we do something random, like either Eze's there or whatever, like Slot or anyone, they're like, raw, Arsenal ain't done this. Arteta ain't done this. How do we think about it? How do we counteract that? I just need 10% randomness, Gaffer. Just 10%. I do think our fans are doing too much. Just 10% randomness. That would be a fair kind of percentage for small and fine margins, because that's what's costing us. We're not on the right side of them thing there. That's how you win leagues. That's how you do it. Sorry, I'm getting cramped. How am I going to stand up in the vibes thing if I'm getting cramped? Hey, God, allow me. Allow me. My hamstring is burning. Allow me. I need to find my way in the O2 today, please. Don't shake me. And I need to find my flags, man. Where are my flags? Hey, I don't even care about Arsenal today, you know. Big up Arsenal, but hey, man. Hey, man. Woo! You know, fuck it for you lot. It's Friday. I need to get more as well, man. We're doing madness today. Big up Rants. I got rant. I think I'm live with Rants at noon. Listen, tomorrow. Crazy. Man said, Unk's hamstring gone, bro. Gone. These you can't do step overs. You know what? Yeah, I ain't attempted a step over in years, fam. Big up Toby, he buoyed me. He's like, hey, I won't repeat what he said, but he made me so insecure about my step over. So I just do my little Cruyff turn, pass the ball. You might get a drop the shoulder. I do my little fullback thing, and that's it, man. And in fact, the other day, like, do you remember Darwin Núñez' step over? He buoyed me still. Confidence gone, man. Confidence gone. It's gone. Run Matty, they link. Hey, big up Matty, man. Matty, I'm gonna lock it off in a bit, man. It's Vive settings, man. But I need to get you on. Oh, I done Matty dirty. Oh, Matty, that's my bad. Because I shouted you, you know. Violating. Big up my guy, though, man. You're free next week with Patton, or even tomorrow. I done you dirty, man. I done you dirty. We're wrapping up, man. I don't want to get you here for no reason, my guy. But I hope Matty's cool. Make sure you're following Southern Gooner. It's been a minute. Always got time for him. But yeah, man. I like Kai. I wouldn't have bought Kai Havertz. But I'm not going to sit here and say there's not a use for him. But I don't want to hear that. Like, I genuinely think, Mikel Arteta, you're at the point now, yeah. Some things are out of your control. 100%. Some things are out of your control. But you are standing in the rain and complaining you're wet. You've got an umbrella, you've got a jacket, you've got a phone where you can see the weather. I don't want to, if you're standing out there in flip-flops, it's your issue now. It's your issue. Berta has seasoned the curry goat. It's down to you to heat up the Dutch pot and make sure you can cook some rice and peas and make sure we've got a meal. It's down to you now. It's not all about you, but ultimately, that you're at that point now, everything is your fault. It's like if you own a business, Martinelli should be the left back at this point. God, please, man, just one. Martinelli, can you give me one more year? Can you give me one more year in the World Cup year? Because you need to be on the plane. You know what my team's doing in the World Cup. Sorry, Brazil's winning the World Cup, innit? It gave Messi one. It's giving Neymar one. Estavio, Martinelli, Vinicius, Rodrigo. Vinicius and Rodrigo, you don't need to stand up and be counted for our country because you lot are shit for Brazil. Martinelli's better than you for Brazil. Magalhaes doing his thing as well. We are winning the World Cup. It's dark. Brazil football's back. And none of you come back and support Brazil. You lot stay over there with Spain and France and all that. If you left us when we started being dead, don't come back. The sins of listen, you don't know what Germany did to my team, innit? I cried a tear. The manager's going to have to learn how to manage and get the best out of each player. Southern, it's his issue, bro. He's got to make it happen. I don't want to hear no crying now. He's got to make it happen, man. He's got to make it happen. DG is a super unks. Shut the fuck up with that uncle shit, man, because I've got 2 nieces and a nephew, and I've specifically told all 3, don't fucking call me uncle. None of you fucking call me that. Call me that bullshit. Who's your uncle? I don't know you lot. I don't know you lot. Can be your uncle, non-related one. What? Where's the aunties at? Waiting for the day DG makes me a mod. I know it's coming. Mind games. But yeah, you should. You know what, AJ, you're always here. You know, I'm boying you. I'm boying you. You should. You know what? Why is I'm boying Matty as well? You're a mod, Matty. First things first. AJ, where are you? There you are. With great power comes great responsibility, lads and ladesses. If you're a girl, Hissan. You know what? Yeah, you ain't been here much. I'm sure you've only found out about this channel a few weeks ago. You're new here, but you're always here. So you're a Yokeress to the channel. DG, defend your porch. DG, the baby unk. Where does this how? Like how? I ain't none of you lot's uncles. I don't know you guys. Yeah, he was cussing bad words. I don't know you lot. No, don't call me up. My youngest niece is smart. She calls me uncle when she wants something. But yeah, man. Can't say no to my nieces. My nephew always said no, but my nieces can't say no. Bought a magazine for £10. I know it's bullshit, but I just see her smile. Flip it out, man. Big up yourself, Lenny. Your hammy is gone, DG. You're unks. Like me, welcome to the club. I swear you can't be called unk until you're 35. Give DG and us early 30 Donnies a bit more time. I'm on that. Do you know what? I wasn't scared of turning 30, but turning 40 scares me now. I don't know what it is. He's like, oh my gosh. Because then you got 10 years and you're 50. You're like, rah. Scary. You hit 30, you just have to firm it. All of you lot laughing. You're going to be cool. If you're in your teens and you're here, you can do the laughing thing. You see, if you're in your 20s, you're going to be 30 before you know that. You know, my 30s, my 20s, sorry, went like that. You're going to be here. You're going to be here. And I know some of you are boying it, yeah. Some of you are like 28, 29. Watch when you turn 29. I actually think that helped me. Because I think when I turned 29, I turned 30. 30 was a bit of a... What's going on here? Level out the likes, people. Come on, get onto them. Zubimendi should be given more freedom by Arteta to play those through balls to Yokeres. But you've got to want to attack. Arteta is of the... Like, when I lose the ball, how quickly can I win it? How do I stifle the opposition? Which is great. Like, I'll tell you, you'd be great to be part of the coaching stuff. Now you need to, bro, we need to, come on, man. Come on, man. Like 50, 60 odd for Gyökeres, 50 odd for Madueke, 65 for Kai if you want to include him as a striker, 30, 40 for Marino if you want to include him as a striker. Who else is there? 60 odd with star signing, Eze, 60 odd million quid. Saka might have been free, but 100 odd million worth player. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Because these players are not bad. Martinelli, you're a bit mad. But come on. I swear Marino does something up top for Spain all the time. It's true, man. You think you're funny? Cool. Don't bread us. Facts, Arteta is overcooking the steak. Boy, don't bread us. When Brazil's back, remember who told you this. If Brazil don't win the World Cup, I don't know who told you they were going to win. They must really be deluded. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on there. I don't get who's the actual attacking midfielder in our team. Odegaard, didn't it? But then, bro, Odegaard is leading the press and all that. I just think, just take a couple of the instructions off these players and let them thrive. Damn, man's 40 next month. 40, you know, crazy works. Being older than Jorginho is nasty still. Man are older than the Brighton gaffer. Crazy. How old is Arteta? Bro, you're 4 years younger. He's 43. You're 10. Bro. I don't get to. Everyone's going to be young. It's nice to just, get him. Oh, how old is Pep? You might not be far off. Ah, no, you're good. You're 54. You're good. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. Sorry, rumors. It ain't April. Odegaard needs to be the 8 man. DJ, I don't know if you saw the Norway game. Another one. These guys are looking different for their countries. Now, obviously, the tactics are different. France and the Dutch going to smack up Brazil. Holland. Ooh, scary. We're scared of Ronald Koeman or Van Gaal. Oh, my God. We're scared of Van Dijk. You think Neymar's scared of Van Dijk? Going, look at me. I've got long hair and I'm light-skinned now. Just my aura defending. Fuck out of here, man. You're getting done up. Jogo Benito's back. Get the hell out of here. Oh, Timber. Oh, my God. He reads his Bible. We're scared. Get out of here, man. Brazil, move into them. Timber don't want to play against Martinelli in the World Cup. I didn't even believe that. Sorry, people that sounded half-hearted. I didn't even believe that one. I didn't believe it. Wayne Rooney, my twin, born same day. Rooney. Martinelli will kick for me and Timber. I proper didn't believe that, you know. Sometimes you have to stop yourself. France will move to them. England almost beat them. Can't rate their thing. What are some of the characteristics of toxic people whom we should avoid? What toxic people in general? There's a lot, man. There's a lot. I think that's something I'm dealing with now. People that always take ungratefulness. Proper, like ungratefulness. Because that's why I'm so grateful when you lot smash like buttons in your head, because one in life, no one cares. No one ain't putting a gun to you lot's head. You lot doing it because you choose to. So I appreciate that. Ungratefulness, pardon me. How do I make it make sense? I do feel there's people that entitlement, people that are not ambitious. Like, there's certain people that just sit in their yard all day doing nothing, creating fake scenarios in their head. Just out of fakeness. You might mainly see it on YouTube. Over familiarity. What other toxic traits? Victim. I don't know if I said it. Always playing a victim. I would say for me, people that are always talking about people. Like, all of my friends will tell you, don't bring gossip bullshit to me. I don't want to hear it. Because I don't care. Like, 30-year-old man, who cares? 2, think about it logically. If someone always knows someone else's business, you can't tell them nothing because other people are going to know about your business. And 2, if somebody's always discussing next people to you, what do you think is going to happen when they're going over them sides? Lack of accountability, selfish entitlement. Exactly. DG, do you think the issue of Arteta stripping youngsters of individuality will ever end? He's got to change his ways, but it's not going to happen, man. If you want to know what toxic, you're watching him now. Me, I'm not toxic. No one in this life could tell me I'm toxic. Okay, women could. Couple in my life. I would listen. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Just trying to be a better man than I was yesterday, man. Where? False. DG has a gun at our heads, constantly called Arsenal when he uses from his mouth a mouth gun. Why for that? I don't know what that is. So yeah, man. People who don't know how to apologize. Yeah, people that don't know how to apologize. People who don't know when to give grace. But that's the, you know what? Yeah, like that's the problem. Like that's the problem. Like that's where I have had to learn how human nature is fickle, because you can give and give and give and give and like. Have you ever done bare things for someone and the one time you say no, don't do it, now they're in their feelings? People that obviously there's certain things in life you have to pick sides, in it. There's certain things you have to pick sides. Like there's certain things, like if you're on the fence, certain things are gonna happen to you, in it. It has to happen. But like let's just say me and H, he's here. There's a third party. Me and H are not talking, but our third party is cool with both of us. Now I might be trying to conspire against him because I don't like H. Let's both not like him. Let's do all of that. That stuff is jarring as well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pussy holes. There's a lot of pussy holes on YouTube. There's a lot of pussy holes in real life, man. I ain't toxic. I ain't toxic. I got a big heart, man. You know what? My toxic trait is I care too much. I got a big heart. And on that note, people, you lot enjoy your Friday, man. You lot enjoy your Friday, man. It's time to freshen up, get ready, pre-drinks and whatnot. Gotta see my guy, Mr. Palmer. Certain people are not rolling. If you're not rolling, it's dark. If you're not rolling, it's cool, man. You get, and next time, who knows when he's back in England? Who knows? It's dark. Lack of accountability for one, yes. Ungratefulness, especially when you see it with girls you're dealing with. To be fair, I haven't dealt with ungrateful women. Like, I haven't dealt with incidences, but I've had the wholesome babes. I know how to pick them. We have fun with the hoes and shit, but they've been wholesome babes, man. I know how to pick them, but I ain't on nothing else. I'm not on nothing else. But yeah, I don't know how we got here. We need to do that a bit more, man. Unfortunately, the international break has been shit, but you lot have been 10 out of 10. So on that note, check out the videos I've done this week with Cecil, with Laurie. They'll get some cut-up clips out for you lot. You lot, most importantly, thank you for your support. Stay safe, stay blessed and all of that. And you know what? Calafiori should be winning Premier League Player of the Month. Why don't we see another left back?
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely. You always just like,